Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another episode of Sup Talk Radio. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We will not be talking about our standard pre-workouts and proteins and BCAAs, but today we'll be talking about functional foods, cookies, snacks, and everything the like. Allow me to introduce Michael Alfaro and Harold Vaca of 321 Glow. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, man. Excited to be here.
Same here. And again, it's Sunday afternoon. I appreciate both your time. Michael, I wouldn't do you any justice if I went ahead and listed your credentials and your background, as it's very extensive. Why don't you give us just a quick synopsis of your background and kind of where we are now?
Absolutely. So I've been in this fitness world for quite some time. I got started by opening up one of the first CrossFits in South Florida in 2007. That kind of stemmed into the largest affiliate CrossFit business in the world with 15 gyms worldwide. We had, the first right of refusal on Reebok platform. So we opened up Reebok CrossFit Miami Beach, which was the first CrossFit in South Florida, right on 9th and Alton. From that, we stemmed and opened up in New York City, Dubai, North Carolina, etc. And, that walk of life took me to meet some amazing people in the space of health and wellness. And through that, my partner and I at the time, we said, hey, it's time for us to make a pivot, launch our own brand. And then we started to kick off a project called NeoU. So NeoU was, at the time, this was 2015 when we made the decision. We still sold off all the gyms and launched NeoU, which was our own brand, right? And from scratch, we built the first live and on-demand video platform that acted like a Netflix model. So it was a private label model. If you owned a brand or if you were a fitness influencer, you would come to us. We have 20,000 square feet in New York City on 5th and 37th, where we would package your content, package your brand's marketing materials, and then launch your brand on our platform for all of our subscribers across all of our devices. We did that and launched in 2018. Today, we are very successful with over 80,000 paid subscribers operating out of New York City. And my partner is currently still heading up the company. He's doing a phenomenal job. His name is Nathan Forster. And so that kind of, where I met Ainsley. And so Ainsley and I, we hit it off. We launched our brand on the platform, 321 Glow, which was a functional fitness brand for basic HIIT type workouts at the time. And we started to, grow in a relationship. And I looked at her and I was like, man, you're such a great brand. Bring markets, products that match up with this lifestyle, this, healthier, alternative for you, aimed at the female demographic that she really has. And so that's what led us into launching, our snack line, which is all around collagen. So we want you to glow from the inside out. We look at ingredients. We think about, lowering sugar count. We think about, what are the clean label products we want to bring to market. And that's kind of what drove us to launch 321 Glow as a whole.
And so how long has the company been in existence?
We launched the company about 1.5 years ago. Really in market 1 year.
And how's things progressing with COVID and everything else? Have you guys had a stellar year?
We've been blessed, man. Functional foods, at home products. Believe it or not, we've grown through COVID. So blessed.
Awesome. And Harold, you're no stranger to the show. You were on years ago, and it's glad to see you back. Give us a quick breakdown. You've been around for a while. Give us your background.
Well, before entering the sports, I started in the IT sector. I had a little company at the back for 10 years. Got a little, tired from the IT sector, so I made the switch over into sales and to sports nutrition. Started with Muscleology. That was my first company. And then from there, I went to GAD. And then little by little, I'm here now today with Michael and his team. I went for about 5 years in sports nutrition. Now I'm into functional food. It's something I love functional food. I actually like the CrossFit scene. It's something that him and I have in common. I've been studying the CrossFit scene for a lot of years. Did very well in the CrossFit scene with GAD Sport, and their natural products and some of the commodities. And, now studying the functional food sector for the longest time, and now I'm actually heavily into it, and I'm excited. I mean, the brand is doing great. It sits highly ranked among a lot of other major brands that stick there. And we're excited about the future we had ahead of us for this year.
Awesome, awesome. Michael, now over the years, I mean, collagen has gotten collagen's been around forever. I mean, let's face it, but it seems like over the last 2 years, it's really just taken off. I mean, companies use it in functional foods like yourself, very popular in protein, all sorts of things. What do you guys think, kind of amplified? What made it take off over the last year or two? Just collagen in general.
I think you just have to look at the base buying pattern of, people just being more aware of what they're putting in their body and the effect that it has on their health, right? So if it starts with, hey, let me find a lower sugar alternative, and then, oh, there's these, options that are out there for lower sugar alternatives with, protein, which I think started the market really, protein, low sugar, some great brands that are out there just targeting those two call outs, right? But once you start to get into functional foods now and the growth of functional foods over the last 30 years and moving forward, you start to realize that they're looking for more. Customers are always looking for more, right? So what's the next ingredient that they're adding to their diet or their day-to-day nutrition regimen that might help them with their personal goals, right? Their personal belief on what they want for their body. And education is huge. So with the power of social media and YouTube content and all these great influencers creating amazing content, they're sparking this revolution of brands bringing out to market products that can help in all sectors of health. And for collagen as an ingredient added to already the protein count that you're seeing some great products and snack products on the go, but also low sugar alternatives. Collagen then becomes this like real special additional ingredient that you can build brands around. And you can do the same thing with tons of other ingredients, right? And the sports supplement world has done it, based on categories for like pre-workout versus amino versus, your main protein. And they look at how can they make that pre-workout the most effective pre-workout they possibly can. And so then they'll add things in there, like maybe a tart cherry, which will help with reduction of inflammation and in recovery. So you're always looking for what can you do to increase the value of that product to the customer. And for us, it was pretty clear. So we looked at the brand and we said, in order for us to be able to go to market and be able to serve Ainsley's audience the right way, who is the audience? What are they looking for? And then what products can we create that's not in the market? So if you look today and you were to search for functional foods across the collagen category, you're going to find great brands doing good things, but you're going to find them in the bar category. You're going to find them in other stuff, but you're not going to find a cookie that's focused the way that we are into the collagen market, or a brand that's focused in the snack line, like cookies. And the next product we're dropping soon, and maybe this is the first time that people will hear it, but it's a brownie. And so brownies haven't been done at a high level. And we're about to do that. This is going to be a ridiculously moist brownie, 15 grams of protein, 3 grams of sugar, 5 grams of collagen. It's unreal of a product, right? So our cookies have done a phenomenal job, top 100 on Amazon. We're crushing with that product. We're going to continue to amplify that. But for us, collagen and different sources of collagen, right? So we use a hydrolysate collagen. So it's a bovine. Yep. We're looking at algae. We're looking at fish. We're looking at other sources to be able to expand our product line. So this is just the beginning. I think Vital Proteins did a phenomenal job at being able to deliver a sports nutrition line all around collagen. I mean, I think they're worth over $1 billion now. So they did a phenomenal job, great leadership over there and amazing products. And so we're going to do the same thing in the functional foods space.
Michael, functional foods is such a kind of a loose topic or a loose definition. What do you guys describe as a functional food?
So, I mean, Harold can chime in here, right? But the way that I see functional foods is, welcome. The way that I see functional foods is, it's a functional ingredient that is added to a basic product that will add additional value to whatever that product normally has, right? So if you grab chips, those chips might have protein. So because now you have protein chips, those protein chips are now a functional item, right? So they're adding additional value to the on the go category that you're seeing in the space.
It's funny though, because although functional food is something new, I mean, everybody that eats oatmeal, you're already practicing functional foods. Oatmeal is a functional food. It helps clean out your stomach lining, helps with better protein absorption. That's why you eat it in the morning. Obviously, there's other benefits to it, but it is functional food. Cranberry juice is a functional juice. It helps with kidneys. So is anything that's going to benefit you, not just instant calories or instant protein, but something, well, the protein obviously is a functional, but Something's going to help you, like probiotics for the gut, like we were talking before, fiber. Something that's going to help you after you eat that product along the way, which is what functional food is. And there's just so much broad perspective. It's just wide open. And now more people are being aware of it. And like Michael says, that's why during the pandemic, everybody became more aware of what they were consuming. Everybody had time to read. Everybody had time to study. Everybody has time to read labels. And now everybody was awake. Now everybody knows what they want to eat. And that's why functional food, although it had some nice predictions before COVID, those predictions went wide up because now everybody knows what it is. And now everybody gets it.
So, Michael, when you and Ainsley connected, did you guys know right from the bat you wanted to do a cookie, or you just knew you wanted to do something of a functional food?
Nah, so the cookie wasn't even the first product we launched. I think we looked at it and said, what is the hole? What's the market hole we're trying to fit or fix, right? Fill. When you launch a company, you try to always understand what problem you're solving. And if you can do that at a high level, then you have a brand. If you launch it just because you want to bring a product to market, you're probably looking at it in the wrong way. So we said, hey, we have this amazing audience. We have this amazing partnership. This relationship, is working well. Let's think about what brand and what product we can launch that we can stand behind and we can scale and we can grow, right? So we already our product pipeline, we know what it is for the next 18 months. But in order for us to bring that first product to market, it was, okay, how do we get something to test and how do we get something that we know isn't going to be probably like the game changer product, but it's going to give us a lot of data. And so the first product we ever launched was a nut butter frosting. So we took your basic peanut butters, nut butters, and we launched it in a frosting variation, right? So the consistency is a little bit more of a frosting. It's got 0 to 1 gram of sugar. Some of them have protein in it, but for us, it wasn't all about the collagen. So now we're actively going and reformulating that line. But the second product in our line was the cookie, and the cookie just took over. Because of the way that it was positioned. You could take it, you put it in your bag, it was ready. It just changed the delivery method for our consumers, and so that was a much greater success. And then that's where we started to really focus our attention.
Gotcha. So when you talk about the butters, because obviously I looked at some of those, that seems to be a very popular category right now with everybody coming out with some kind of spread. For someone that's in a store and sees you and maybe a couple other brands, what sets you guys aside on the butters?
So the butters today are being reformulated. We're adding collagen to that line so we can have it tied into 3-2-1 Glow as a whole. But for us, it was taste profile, texture, and macros. And so when looking at the product, we wanted to have a low sugar, if not 0 sugar, extremely clean label, minimal amount of ingredients. And then some of them have some protein. But when launching the line, we didn't really focus too much on a high protein count. We will be adding some collagen protein now, so it will drive that up. But we launched that just basically to be able to get a lot of data back from our consumers, and then add the next step. But there's some good brands that are out there doing it. We are very focused on knowing who our audience is and making sure that we provide products for their health goals.
So when you dropped the butters, did you drop the whole line, or was it just a couple of tester flavors, or how did that come about?
Yeah, we launched 4 flavors. And those 4 flavors, we sold them in variety packs and we sold them individually. And obviously when you're buying a nut butter, your use on that is might be a week, might be 6 weeks. So depending on the customer, we were able to learn a lot. We were able to understand consumption, buying patterns, repeat purchases, average, cart checkout. So we started to really understand the business as a whole. And from there, we started making decisions that added the value that we were looking for to provide to our audience.
Gotcha. And when do you guys plan on launching the new line of butters?
So that's going to be launched right towards the middle of May.
Okay. Awesome. And how do people get to the website, Amazon? I mean, what are the areas people can get them?
Yeah, so right now you can find our cookies on Amazon. Our spreads can only be found online on our website, 321glo.com, 321glow.com. We will be adding the new butters, the new formulations to Amazon as well. And then, Harold is doing a phenomenal job at opening up amazing distribution channels and retail stores across the U.S. and internationally. So you shall start to see us pretty much everywhere over the next 12 to 18 months.
Awesome. And Harold, I want to get you involved here. I know you've always been kind of a supplement guy. Was it a big transition now moving into the functional food sales side of things?
It is. There is a transition. Obviously, supplements are totally different. But sales are sales. Obviously, with the food, actually, you are going into a different sector. You go to food, drug, and mass. You go to groceries. It's a little bit different in that aspect. But the approach is kind of the same. We still are kind of sports nutrition. We still play in that realm. We still do the same type of distribution. It's just a different category. Fortunately for us is that we're in the hot category right now. That's thriving. And that's wonderful for us. Like Michael says, we're already we're working with certain channels and distributions that will develop for us. We are strategically placing a brand in certain areas that we want to place it in. We be very methodical as far as like how we place the brand and where we place it in. And obviously quality partners. Like Michael says, it does sit in the top 100 in the grocery category among big boys like Lay's, Nabisco, and Lenny and Larry's, and we're there. We're in the middle. And we're only how long in Amazon, Michael? Not that long. That we immediately got
pretty much like 4 months.
4 months. 4 months, and we're sitting amongst some big boys there. So we're getting that success that Michael Ainsley did a great job of, and now we're just working it through our channels and just be very strategic. And before you know it, you're going to see a lot of places that we're going to be at, and actually shows and events that we're going to be in.
So do you guys eventually want to get into like convenience stores and stuff, or is that too kind of like mass marketing?
I think
that.
Go ahead, Michael.
Go ahead, Harold. You got this.
No, I'm just saying. The category functional food is not just spreading across the board. Everywhere in convenience stores, anywhere you look at it, even convenience, even gas stations. There are people walking into gas stations and looking what they're buying, what they're going to eat. Before you used to go to the gas station, people just come out. It wasn't. Now people are actually looking at macros, looking at what they're consuming. Functional food is crossing over into sectors that we never thought it was going to cross over, and it's sitting there right now.
Yep. So when you look at the cookies, obviously the one big thing, as you mentioned, Michael, is obviously very low sugar, good amount of protein and a low amount of calories. When you look at all the flavors, is there a certain flavor that's selling more than the other?
Yeah, so and I would even touch up on a little bit on the macros itself, because when you really look at this audience, they're not looking for the 20 grams of protein with 1 gram of sugar, right? Our audience is looking for a less guilty option, having a delicious cookie that tastes like you made it in your own oven, but has 4 grams of sugar and 2.5 grams of collagen per cookie, like in 100 calories. It's you're biting that, you're eating that, and you're enjoying that without feeling like, damn, I'm cheating, or and that's big, right? That's huge, because that one cookie at nighttime can take away that craving, give you a little bit of functional boost, maybe whether it's in the protein count you're looking for, or whether in the collagen, or but it's going to satisfy that sweet tooth. And what that helps you do is stay on track for the long haul. And so that audience for us is critical. We're not the one brand or these quests that are high protein. One did a great job at taste profiles, but like it's a protein bar, right? It's hard to get that in a cookie. So for us, it was real critical to understand exactly what the market was looking for, and then making sure we stayed like super strong on taste profile and textures and consistency. So like you eat our cookies and you tried them. You let us know, but they're like homemade cookies.
Yes. So far I've had the chocolate chip, I've had the macadamia nut, and I've had the oatmeal raisin. And so I'd have to say the oatmeal raisin was my favorite. And oatmeal raisin kind of gets, I'm sorry, Howard?
Is that all in one day?
No. I spread it out a little bit.
It could happen. It's happened to me, so that's why I'm asking. I'm guilty of having 4 in one day.
No, I've been trying. So generally I would eat the whole box, but I've tried to be very, very good. But yeah, so far so good. 3 out of I think the 6 so far, and I've liked all of them, just to be honest.
Birthday cake's our top seller.
I'll make sure I make that this afternoon snack then. Michael, you talk, or maybe Harold or Michael. So you talk a lot about your audience. What is the audience that you're targeting for these type of things?
So we're real tight to a female audience, right? If you could tell from the packaging, if you could tell from even the functional ingredient. There's a lot of men that eat. I eat these cookies every single day, right? I put the frosting in between and make a little frosting sandwich, and that's my late night treat. But our demo is females, and everyone from as young as you can think, but 18 pretty much to 45 is our key demographic. Main buyers are the females, so the buying power of the household that are buying and putting it in their cabinet for the family. Then everybody kind of takes a little bit from it, but females is our core demographic.
Do you think because of the properties of collagen with the skin elasticity and looking better and feeling better, do you think that's why it's more towards the women, where the guys sometimes don't care about their looks as much?
Yeah. I mean, I think guys care, but I don't think they care as much.
Hey, I'm guilty of eating collagen in the morning. I like the collagen. I'm probably that 1%.
No, I'm the same way. So I generally do at least a scoop of collagen protein every morning. I mean, I'm up in my 40s, and will I ever look good again? No, but I just like collagen myself.
I have it with
you guys are also part of a demographic of people that truly understand sports nutrition. So ingredients are something that you understand the benefits of, and you've done a lot of research and spent a lot of time in this sector. When you grab the everyday individual and you think about what they know about ingredients and the benefits they have on the body, collagen isn't at the level for men and this is my personal opinion, but sure. I don't think that it's gotten there as much as your protein or your caffeine or your creatine or some of these other very, very, highly promoted, efficacious ingredients in most of the supplements that they're used to taking, right? So getting them to cross over to the collagen market is something that, it does take some time. But even if you look at bioproteins as a whole, their demographic is more women than men.
So for Michael or Harold, for people that are listening to this, we use the word collagen a lot. What exactly does collagen? What's the benefits for people?
Michael, go ahead.
So collagen has a bunch of different benefits. But if you just grab it at face value, you look at it does help with your hair, your skin, your nails. It helps your body is made up of like 70% of collagen, right? Water, like this. It helps with skin elasticity. It helps with so much that goes into your body. So when looking at collagen as a whole, if you start to break down the stats and just Google, like, what does collagen do to the human body, or how much of your body is made up of, collagen, you'll notice that most of the parts of your body have collagen and need collagen. At the age of 25, you start to deplete and start to lose the natural production of collagen in your body. And so at that age, that's when you should start to supplement some sort of collagen. It starts at 5 grams per day and then works its way up to the 20 and 30 grams per day, depending on, what you're looking for. But it even helps with like weight loss. And so there's so many benefits of collagen as a whole, but it depends really on what it is that you're trying to get out of it and the dosages that go against that to be able to help you accomplish that. But from 25 on, you start to lose, natural collagen production. And so in order to supplement that, obviously adding that to your line will help with everything that your body needs and has its everyday functions.
Yep. And I use it myself for the, not a lot of people realize, for the digestive properties. And then also there's studies now that it's good for a potential sleep aid because of the glycine. It's either the glycine or the proline that's very high in collagen. People use it as a sleep aid as well.
Right. So, and that's why I'm saying you have to understand what it is you're trying to get out of the product. But it's a phenomenal ingredient.
So what's the next step for you guys? You mentioned brownies, but I mean, you guys have a bigger picture. What's next on the agenda, or is it too early to tell?
So when I Harold and I have spoken about this with Ainsley a lot, and you look at the product, you look at the branding, and there's 3 things that you have to have, in order to be successful. I think in any business, you have to have a great product. I think we have a great product. You have to have a great marketing. So Ainsley helps a ton with really connecting the dots on our purpose and what we stand for, why we create our products, who we're servicing. And then you have to have great distribution, right? So you got to let people be able to find the product, and that's where Harold comes in, and he's done a phenomenal job at that, right? So right now we're focused at bringing these great products to every person and making them know that we exist so that they can try these products. So we're focused on growth. We're focused on distribution. We're focused on making sure you can go to your local gas station and pick it up. And if we do a good enough job at that, in a year, we're going to be a household name. And then that's the target of this business.
Yeah, and you kind of hit it right on the head, Michael. I think sometimes companies come out with some kind of supplement or food additive, food, whatever it is. They've got a great product, but they miss the aspect of the marketing. And sometimes it's very hard to blend that. It sounds like you guys have that mix going very, very well.
I think also, I'm sorry, I think also two part is education. Educating the consumer, educating your customers. I mean, everybody does a very good job of stuff, but from a brand perspective, I've always been very big on educating and always giving your customers and even the stores or even convenience stores the knowledge of what you're selling them. A lot of people just taking the product and they sell it because it sells well, but we want to educate everyone to what they're consuming with our product and why they're consuming our product. And along with the education, obviously the consumers begin to trust the brand and stay with the brand continuously and support it. We're, like I said, I'm very big and we're very big on the education aspect of it.
So Harold, when you're selling this to potential customers, clients, and everything else, is it the collagen that's selling it? Is it the fact that it's a lower calorie, low sugar, or is it really people understanding the collagen and the overall health ingredients of it?
I mean, first is obviously it's a delicious cookie. Everybody wants to know how does it taste. And in my opinion, it tastes great. But let's taste it first, and then we go from there. I gotta be honest with you. So far, everyone at that 9 out of 10 people that have tasted it right off the bat is like, "Okay, this tastes amazing. Let's continue talking." And once we get past that taste test, it's very simple after that. Obviously, then we go into the collagen. People ask me how much collagen does it have. I show them on the label. I show them the macros, and then it's just like I said, it's a trend that everybody's into, everybody wants, and it's out there. And I'm not gonna say it's an easy sell, but it sells well for us because, again, like Michael said, we have a great product. It tastes great. The texture, it's very soft. That people actually want, and a lot of people sometimes say when collagen gives you an aftertaste, or some people they've had bad experience with collagen and they want to look for that bad experience in a cookie and they can't. It's like,
yeah,
well, I thought I was going to have that thing. No, it's just a great experience that they have all around. It kind of sells itself, number one, but at the same time, obviously, the customers let them know what's going on the shelf. There's a big difference between buying a product and not knowing what we put on the shelf. So, yes, it's a little bit of the taste test, the education, talking to them, explaining the product and how would we present it, and then from there on, everything just falls into place.
Yeah,
Michael, I don't. Right. No, Michael,
I was
please.
just going to tag on to what he said. When looking at the market as a whole right now, functional foods, healthy on-the-go snacks, better alternatives for your everyday, diet, right? That will give you that sweet tooth craving, or even just, help you, not miss a meal throughout the day, but feel that your body's still, keeping the digestive system up. But that market right now is on fire.
Do you think do you think collagen in general is the trend of today, or do you think it's here to stay for years upon years?
No,
or is it too early to tell?
I don't think this is a trend at all. I think the benefits of the ingredient, just if you took away every brand and you just researched the ingredient and the benefits of this ingredient, there's a reason why your body needs collagen. And so people are now being educated. These brands are helping educate people, and then they're helping put great products into people's hands. So I don't think that this is going to go away anytime soon. It's going to be like your creatine or like your protein or whatever. It's just now another ingredient that is educated and is researched and is now proven to be able to help.
And I couldn't. For a personal experience, this is as honest truth. I literally saw changes in my nails, my skin. After my second bottle of the protein, I really started noticing changes, and I thought I wish I was consuming it for the benefit of what it had, but I literally saw changes into my like I said, my nails and my skin, and I mean I'm a believer in it, and from a personal experience, I believe in collagen.
Michael, when you look back from when you guys started the company to now, are you guys on the trajectory? Are you kind of blown away by the trajectory of the company, or where are you when you look at the overall grand scale of things?
So I try to keep my my 2 feet on the ground, but I'm always, a year or 2 years out on, the vision of where we need to be. I think we're right on track. I think COVID has helped us get and build a little bit more momentum, especially through giving us not only credibility, but also just the data that we need as a company to understand that this is a much more mass market approach than just your snack on the go, cool brand from around town. this should be in everybody's hands, and that's what influenced, really bring, an amazing experienced person on the team, and Harold is that guy. So we're excited about getting into everybody's hands. I think we're right on target with where we need to be, but I'd like to be humble
Awesome.
with where we're currently at.
Sweet. Michael, I know we have a short time today. I know you have stuff this afternoon, but as we wind down, is there anything else that you or Harold want to share with the listeners that, this is your forum?
Appreciate it. Shane, just want to say thank you for having us on, man. And Ainsley would have been here if she was able to, but she's out of town. But we really appreciate you guys and everything that you guys are doing for the community and trying to help educate everyday people. I think it's awesome what you're doing. So thank you so much, for having us on.
Yeah, definitely. We really appreciate the support, the opportunity to present the brand to everyone. Again, we're very excited. We're looking forward to, like Michael says, we're headed down the right path. Myself, I look at the analytics. Michael does his part of looking at 1 year. I'm an analytics person. So we're looking at the numbers, we're looking at the future, and it looks nice. We're excited and we're happy we're on this path.
Awesome. And gents, go ahead and feel free to again plug the company website if you want any of your social media, anything whatsoever.
Yeah, guys, follow along. Show us some love. Try the products out for yourself. If you don't like it, you can personally just write me an email. I will refund you plus 10%, no problem. Michael at 321glow.com. Visit our website, 321glo.com. Thank you, guys.
All right. Well, if you need sales, you guys can reach me or Harold at 321glow.com as well.
Perfect. Gents, thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure. And for anybody listening to this, again, this will also be on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Be sure to give us a comment, like us over on YouTube. And as always, I appreciate your time, gentlemen. Continued success.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, man. Have a good one.
Harold, Michael, I know you have to go, but Harold, if you want to stay on for a minute.
Sure, no problem.
All right. Michael, continues to